Jeremy Corbyn, thank you very much for speaking to LBC. Can I just start by asking you, Syria, condemning Assad, you haven't condemned Bashar al-Assad, you haven't named him in your...
I'm sorry, I've condemned absolutely what he's done and what every other force has done in Syria, and I made that clear in a statement I put out last night. What happened is abominable and appalling. The UN must be allowed to investigate, and all sides must undertake a ceasefire immediately, and there be a political solution in Syria. The killing has to stop.
But you haven't said that it was definitely Assad that carried out the killing. Now, I know that others haven't.
The UN
are meeting this afternoon.
The UN are meeting this afternoon, and they want to undertake an inquiry into it, and that's got to be the right way of doing it.
Do you think there will be your critics that I'm putting to you will say, hang on a moment, you condemn the outrage, you called it an outrage in your statement on Facebook when it came to Israeli Defence Forces' actions against Palestinians in Gaza over the weekend, but you haven't named Assad in this as being responsible in this attack. Would you say they would say to you, they'd put it to you that forms your worldview of how you see the conflict in the Middle East, that you find it easier to condemn Israel rather than Bashar al-Assad?
I condemn all violence from wherever it's come. I condemn all killings from wherever they've come, and I condemn the Syrian forces as well as other forces for what they've done in that civil war. My point is there has to be a ceasefire, there has to be a political solution.
And to your critics who might say to you, Jeremy, that only gives succour to Bashar al-Assad, it only makes it easier for him to carry out such attacks with impunity, what would you say?
I have no idea which critics you're referring to. All I would say is killing is wrong, the war is wrong, the aggression by the state forces as well as other forces has to stop.
Final question, Maureen Lipman. She says she can no longer be a member of the Labour Party. What's your message to Maureen Lipman?
Maureen, if you want to live in a decent society where the homeless are housed, where the poor are supported and looked after, where we reduce inequality, then the Labour Party is for you.
Do you think she's got a point?
I think Maureen Lipman is a great actress, and I think she's a great comic, and I've always enjoyed watching her, and I hope she'll reflect on what she said, because if she really wants to live in a Tory Britain, then she will have to accept that all the poverty and inequality that goes with it.
But do you think she's got it wrong on this one?
I think Maureen Lipman is a great actress and...
not a great political campaigner.
Well, look, Maureen Lipman made whatever statement she chose to make yesterday.
She said that Labour had a problem with anti-Semitism, Jeremy.
Well, Maureen Lipman should understand, and I'm sure she does, that this party does not accept anti-Semitism in any form. And I would invite her to discuss this with our General Secretary.
Would she discuss it with you?
Absolutely, if she wishes to, no problem whatsoever, because I am determined that there will be no racism of any form, and that means no anti-Semitism whatsoever in the Labour Party.